We can't deny social media in these days because social media is a part of our life. We have work in social media, we have family in social media, we have friends and family in social media, we have our personal life in social media, we have business in social media, we have fans and followers in social media. So we can't deny the power of social media, but we miss something on social media sometimes, which is called etiquettes. And today we are going to cover the basic etiquettes of a social media. But today we're talking about Facebook only. Let us know in the comments below if you want us to cover other social media as well. And we will definitely make videos in the future. If you're new here, my name is Shammy and welcome to my channel. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first tip is respect. Always respect other people. Sometimes we take photos and because we are looking great in that photo and we post them on social media. But maybe there are other friends in that photo and they are not comfortable with the photo or their face in that photo because it is embarrassing for them. Don't tag them, don't upload that because your friends will not be comfortable with you. And this is kind of a respect. Just think in this way. How would you feel if somebody else uploaded some of your embarrassing photo? So always keep in mind to respect other people and always respect. So there is nothing important more than respect. Because if we keep respect in mind, we will follow a lot of guidelines without even thinking about it. Because we want to respect every single party in our list, even people who are not in our list. Because disrespecting somebody on our social media, on our personal life will not give us anything in the future or even the present moment. And there is one more thing in my personal opinion. There are two things, which is politics and religion. And some people can be very aggressive about it because they have strong belief. It's okay, you can have your belief within you. You can also have them on social media, but while posting about politics or religion, be careful and post anything with caution, because some other friends and family may not have the same opinion, and if you're too strong about it, maybe they might be uncomfortable about it, and it may affect your personal relationship with them or your professional relationship with that person. My next point is unfriend with caution. Sometimes we unfriend somebody and later we realize like, oh my god, we have unfriended them, and we start panicking and we try to come up with excuses to let them know somehow they are not on my list, and we sometimes blame game like, oh my god, how come you are not on my list? Have you deleted me? What did I do? So it's not nice. If they know that they didn't unfriend you, they will know that you have unfriended them for whatever reason, and now you're coming up with some excuses. If you feel that you don't want to be friends with them, you can go ahead and unfriend them. But if you are not sure and if you're uncomfortable with some of their posts or with them for whatever reason, you can unfollow them for some time. If I'm uncomfortable with someone, I unfollow them for some time, and after some time, you will calm down and you will feel comfortable with them again. And unfriending someone from Facebook doesn't really make any sense, because if they are around, you will have to deal with them. It's better to come on peace and make an amicable solution for whatever is going on with your life. My next tip is socialize when sober. Sometimes we're drunk, sometimes we're emotionally unstable, sometimes we're impulsively messaging somebody, sometimes we are angry, we are upset, sometimes we're extremely happy and commit so many things to somebody. It's not nice. You have to socialize only when you are sober. For instance, if you're not feeling good, if you're unstable, you will definitely not go to a cafe or hang out with your friends, right? You will take some time off and you will settle with your emotion, you will settle time with your life. And similarly, if you have a social media in hand, that doesn't necessarily mean you can access this 24 hours. If you feel like you are not emotionally stable, you are not in a situation to socialize, it's better to hold on for a second or a moment or a night or two or over a week, whatever time you need to settle down. Take your time and socialize when you're sober. My next tip is cover your tracks. Sometimes if you go somewhere and you don't want to let everybody know where you are, but some of your friend has checked you in without even asking you, it is annoying. I know that. It's a pet peeve of mine and I really dislike it when somebody does it. If you want to check me, no problem. You ask my permission. And I am a person, I don't want to portray my personal life to everybody. I don't want to broadcast my daily life to everybody on my social media because I have a lot of people and I barely know many of them. They are not my close friend or family. I don't want to update them every single day of my life. What I eat in the morning, what I'm eating in lunch, what I wear today, what I'm doing today, how I'm feeling today. And there are some people who doesn't understand that, and it bothers me a lot. So there are many people like me, they're private in their personal life, and be mindful about that. If you know your friend is private, if you want to check them in, ask them first. And sometimes some people, they probably haven't told their family or friends where their whereabouts, and they're not comfortable with it. Maybe they want to share later on, but it's not nice of you when you do that, because it may cost them many things in future. My next tip is status change with certainty. I know many people who has changed status over a period of time, and they sometimes post they're engaged but they're not, or they feel they're engaged. Sometimes they say I'm in a relationship but they are not. They just started seeing a person and the other person is so embarrassed and they have a fight. And their social circle, they get to know and they are curious, they ask them about it, and they don't have any specific thing, and they're like, I'm just dating her for about a month, and oh my god, and you feel that you're engaged, you feel that you're in a relationship already. If you're certain, that's great, not a problem. But if you're not certain, think about it and only post it when you're really sure about it. It's not nice to let your social circle know about a relationship, because it's a very private matter. It's a part of your life. It's a lifetime decision, and you have to be sure about it before you actually post it. My next tip is find and evaluate it before you share it on your timeline. Sometimes we see something and we feel it's a great post and it's a great reminder for other people, but sometimes we don't really know about the source of it. So if it's from hierarchy.com, you have to really know that hierarchy it's not a serious site, and they're probably just making a fun of it. But if you know it from CNN or BBC or any other sources like that, they're legit, and you really know that they have cross-checked their this story background well, and they really know, they're sure, and only then you can actually post. Not saying you can only post from BBC or CNN.com, but there are many other sources like DW, like Deutsche Welle, like Prothom Alo, like Daily Star. There are a lot of other sources like that. So if you really know that it came from a good source and it is authentic, or you know that person who's going through that difficulties, probably it's okay to share. But don't share unless you're really sure about the sources. Sometimes we make fun and someone came up with an idea and we share and we comment, we make it viral, but then the authenticity is not there. My next tip is acknowledge a tragedy with a simple, kind message. Sometimes we see a tragedy and we go overboard with a lot of details. You don't have to. Someone's father has passed away, and then you started writing like, I know how it feels, oh my god, don't worry, you'll be fine. Don't write all this, because person who just lost their father, it's very saddening issue for them. You don't have, when you say like, I know maybe your father is not there anymore, I'm sorry about that, but if that is the situation, they would feel like, okay, now you're exaggerating or you're like overpowering them with their difficult time. So you say like, feel free to let me know if you need anything, my prayers for their departed soul, or like, thank you. And if there's a fire, like we see fire in Amazon forest, and there are like many people around the world, they have started writing empathetic messages that you can, my prayers are for with Amazon forest today, my prayers or my thoughtfulness with Sundarban forest today. You can write a very simple and empathetic message. But I see there are sometimes a plane crash and everybody becomes a critic about or expert about our aviation industry. Probably they have never flown a plane in their life or an aircraft in their life, or they have never been to a cockpit in their life, but they will start analyzing something with so much of seriousness. But you don't really have to do that unless you are an expert in aviation industry. My next tip is posting private matters in Messenger instead of a wall. It's a personal pet peeve of mine. If I have a plan with you and I start posting on my wall, letting everybody know in my social media what we are doing in the evening, I had a friend and I had plans in the evening sometimes with him or some other people in the friend circle, and he started posting on my wall or commenting on my public photos saying that, hey, see you in the evening at 8 o'clock in that cafe. I'm like, what it is? Now you're broadcasting every single person what we are doing in the evening. And I don't want to let everybody know what I'm doing in the evening with my friend. And it's a private matter. If I want to post it on social media, probably I will post it afterwards, not beforewards. So if it's a personal matter, keep it private, send it in the messenger, don't post it on your wall. I had to block my timeline just because of that one friend. So you realize how serious it is. And there are a lot of people I know, they're just like me, and they're like even more private than I am. My profile is public, at the same time it's not very public, because I don't have many private matters on my public social media, but then whatever content I have, they are mostly public. So I am kind of like more in a balance, but I know a lot of people, their profile is locked, their profile is very secured, and they don't feel really secure when somebody else is posting about them on their social media. My next point is be mindful of what you post. Sometimes we post something and then we realize we shouldn't have posted that. I have learned it in a hard way. I have done that many times. I was emotionally unstable at some point, and then I had posted so many rats kind of things, and then I regretted later on, and I had to delete those posts, and it's gonna be a regret for me for a long time, because I have hurt many people in the timeline in that time period, and so I don't want you to learn in a hard way. So think before you post, and if you keep that in mind, you will actually save a lot of time, you can save a lot of energy, you can save a lot of relationship in life. And just be mindful about whatever you're posting. You're posting about your child, you're posting about your life, you're posting about your work, you are posting about a friend of yours, if you're posting about a family of yours, your vacation. But if you are like really know what you are doing, and if it's clear to you what you want to showcase in social media, how you want to brand yourself as a personal human being, it's probably should be personal branding. If you want to brand yourself as a traveler, then you can post only travel. If you want to brand yourself as a foodie, then you can post about only food. If you want to be a fashion blogger, then you can talk about fashion in your Facebook, because people who you have on your social media are primary audience. You can do your test in a small patch, that what you want to do, how your circle is receiving you as a person, your style, your food choices, your recommendation. Start doing that, and then you see how you want to brand yourself. Maybe you don't want to brand yourself at all, then you can post pretty much anything and everything, but be mindful of what you're posting. My next point is be careful of your tone. Tone is everything. Sometimes we say the same thing. I have a sister, and sometimes I have difficulties with her communicating because of my tone. And if I say the same thing in a very nice tone with the right word, she takes it positively. And sometimes if I don't pick my word carefully and I say whatever I feel, she might react to the same situation differently. And it's just not my sister. I see with a colleague, I see with friends, I see with acquaintances. So just be careful about your tone. You can pretty much say anything and everything. Sometimes it says, there is a say that it's not important what you are saying, it is important how you are saying. You can say pretty much anything and everything if your tone is just right. So there we go. We have finished pretty much all the basic rules of Facebook etiquettes, but if you're still sticking around, there is a bonus for you. And the bonus is think before you post. If we think before we post, and we can save a lot in life, we can save a lot in the future, because there is nothing wrong in posting late. There is no timing that you have to post about your birthday at midnight. You have to post about a sunrise this morning. You have to post about your exam right after you have received the result. You don't have to post about your promotion at work right after you receive it. You can really think about it, what you want to do in social media, what you want to broadcast to every single person, whether your post is private, whether your post is public, whether you use friends only, and who you have in your social media. Sometimes you have your classmates, that's a totally different tone. But if you have your teacher in that same profile, it should be a different tone. Now you can say, in my one profile I can't set so many tones. Exactly, that's we are talking about the etiquettes. If we just follow the basic rules, we'll be good to go. We can't customize our profile for every single person who we have given the space in our social media. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be balanced and checked. Thank you for watching our video, and let us know in the comments below that if you want a detailed video of Facebook etiquette, because these are not all, these are just the basics. If you want more details, we can definitely make videos in future, maybe part 2. Let us know in the comments below. And this is our second video, so be careful, be mindful, be kind in the comment section. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.